Welcome to Drips News. Stay tuned for today's top stories, including escalating trade wars, market meltdowns, billionaire backlash, and a controversial proposal for Gaza. Don't forget to follow us online for the latest updates. In a fiery response to President Trump's escalating tariff threats, China has vowed to fight to the end. Beijing stated it will resolutely take countermeasures to protect its interests if Trump imposes an additional 50% duty, potentially raising total tariffs on Chinese goods to a staggering 104%. Trump's ultimatum demands China withdraw its 34% tariffs on U.S. goods by Tuesday or face the new duty. He also declared the termination of talks with China, signaling a hardline stance. China's Commerce Ministry condemned Trump's actions as a mistake upon a mistake, setting the stage for a potentially devastating trade war. This comes as nations scramble to renegotiate trade deals with the U.S., leaving China standing as a defiant force. As China vows to fight back, Wall Street is reeling from Trump's tariff escalation. Monday saw wild market swings as investors grappled with the uncertainty. The S&P 500 closed slightly down, the Dow plummeted 350 points, while the Nasdaq eked out a small gain. A false rumor of a tariff pause briefly sent markets soaring before being debunked. Trump remains unfazed, stating he sees a beautiful picture at the end and isn't looking to pause tariffs. This volatility has resulted in Trump overseeing the biggest S&P 500 losses in any president's early term since World War II. The question now is how far the White House will let the markets fall. The market's turmoil reflects growing anxiety over Trump's aggressive trade policies, setting the stage for further economic uncertainty. The market turmoil and tariff threats have sparked a revolt among billionaires. Bill Ackman, a former Trump supporter, calls the tariffs an economic nuclear war, predicting halted business investment and consumer spending. J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon warns of rising prices, a global downturn, and a weakened U.S. standing. Stanley Druckenmiller opposes tariffs exceeding 10%, while Ken Fisher labels Trump's approach stupid, wrong, arrogantly extreme. This wave of criticism from wealthy business leaders underscores the growing alarm over Trump's trade policies and their potential to trigger an economic crisis. The rising chorus of dissent from the financial elite highlights the high stakes of Trump's trade agenda. Adding fuel to the fire, President Trump has reiterated his desire for U.S. control of Gaza, calling it an incredible piece of important real estate. He suggested a U.S. peace force should control the territory, and once again floated the idea of displacing Gaza's population, claiming other countries would take in the 2.1 million Palestinians. Trump questioned why Israel ever relinquished Gaza, proposing to transform it into a U.S.-owned Riviera. These controversial remarks, made alongside Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, are likely to further inflame tensions in the region and draw international condemnation. Trump's vision for Gaza, which echoes past proposals, continues to spark outrage and raise serious concerns about the future of the Palestinian people. As Trump pushes forward, China is doubling down, viewing the trade war as an opportunity. Beijing retaliated swiftly to Trump's tariff announcements and vowed to fight to the end, denouncing the U.S. as engaging in unilateral bullying. China aims to position itself as a resilient force, turning crisis into opportunity. State media emphasizes China's strength and its ability to withstand U.S. pressure. Trump has threatened to further escalate the trade war with additional tariffs if China doesn't remove its retaliatory measures. The U.S. president also canceled planned meetings with China. The stage is set for a protracted and potentially damaging trade battle between the world's two largest economies. The financial markets are in free fall. On April 4, 2025, major indices plummeted. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 5.50%, the S&P 500 fell 5.97%, and the Nasdaq plunged 5.82%. Year-to-date declines are equally alarming, with the Nasdaq showing the largest drop at 19%. All three indices are on a two-day losing streak, signaling a deepening crisis. This market downturn adds another layer of concern to the already volatile economic landscape shaped by trade wars and geopolitical tensions. Is this the beginning of a full-blown crash? That's all the news for today, folks, but the economic and political roller coaster is far from over. Tune in next time as we continue to bring you the unfiltered truth, no matter how wild the ride gets. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and brace yourselves.